St Vincent is the patron of Divine Retreat Center Colombo, of all the Divine Retreat Centers around the world. He is the founder of our congregation. St Vincent is known as the father of the poor and the pioneer of spiritual renewal of the clergy and of the faithful. And the two main charisms that St. Vincent bequeathed to us was the love for the poor and love for the world, to serve the poor and renew everyone in the power of the Word of God. An argument in our hearts as well, an argument we all talk about: who is the greatest? To know who is the greatest, our eyes are raised down, searching for the greatest, those sitting in big chairs of authority, position and power, those possessing big money, having a great influence in society. Well, in our evaluation, these are the greatest. Jesus has changed his outlook completely. He said, the greatest among you should be the least. Jesus spoke about the last judgment. When you did it to the least of my brethren, you did it to me. Jesus is identified with the child, with the least, with the hungry, with the poor. This is the core of Christian spirituality. And this is what St. Vincent experienced, understood completely. Vincent de Paul was not always like this. As a young man, very ambitious, wanting to make money, to make name and fame, wanting to be known everywhere. But there was a dramatic change in his life. He was going on a ship, and the ship was captured by Turkish pirates. And Vincent de Paul was sold as a slave. And there, Vincent was employed to work as a galley slave, who were tied to the bottom of a ship so that they would not run away. And they had to row the ship. Hundreds of galley slaves would be tied like this. And they would be persistently beaten so that they may row the ship. And Vincent suffered mentally, physically. That's when he had a vision of the crucifix, the crucified Lord. And he could see in himself, in everyone around him, the Lord crucified. In the suffering, in the sick, in the least, he saw the crucified Lord, identified with him. The first person who said this was his own master, who was a Muslim Turk. But then this Turk was converted because of the preaching, sharing of Vincent de Paul. All the worldly ambitions of Vincent de Paul were washed away from his heart. Only one thing he wanted: Jesus and him crucified to save everyone. That God experience gave him the power and direction of life, and he dedicated his life for the poor. And he thought this message should be conveyed more powerfully. That's when he started our congregation, the Vincents and Fathers. This spirit of Vincent de Paul should prevail in this place. Everyone coming in should be able to experience the mercy of the Lord, inviting them and healing them and forgiving them. Because St. Vincent de Paul is our heavenly patron and our inspiration.